Are the Houthis serving China's interests? A professor at a Chinese military university says attacks in the Red Sea by the Iran-backed militia are doing China a big favor.
I wanted to learn more about this, so I spoke with retired Army Colonel John Mills, who's also a senior fellow at the Center for Security Policy. Take a look.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. This is an interesting. I don't know if the professor was just kind of playing along with this. I mean, I believe the Houthis are receiving direct guidance from Iran, which is receiving direct guidance from China to conduct this. But this professor said, well, the Houthis are essentially accomplishing China's goal of shutting down trade in the West. We now have, I believe it's 19 attacks. We just had another Maersk Line ship with a large, trying to clarify with Central Command, they said a ballistic missile landed on it. That's kind of a big deal, and so I've asked them to clarify. But this is an incredible disruption to international trade. What's going on here?
Absolutely. And this professor is even saying that the Houthis' blockade is serving to allow Beijing to double down on their rail interests in the Asian networks that they have there. So this is obviously very serious. What steps do you think the United States needs to take here in order to prevent such a thing from happening in the long term?
Well, I think, unfortunately, right now, although the U.S. Navy has been very effective, the Eisenhower Carrier Battle Group just swatted down over the last couple of days easily a couple of dozen drones, cruise missiles, and Central Command has used the term ballistic missiles. But I would suggest the U.S. Navy is being overwhelmed, and the operation announced by Secretary of Defense Austin, the International Prosperity Garden, I'm not sure it's really coming together seamlessly. All the countries seem to be kind of going their own way and doing their own thing. So we need a more pervasive presence, but this takes the eye off of Taiwan. And
it's very clear that the Houthis are doing this as a retaliation to the strikes that Israel's launching on the Palestinians in Gaza. Now, Iran is usually pulling the strings here, backing groups like the Houthis. Do you think that Iran is serving China's interests by allowing these Houthis to operate this way?
Oh, absolutely. And I actually reject any theory or notion that the Houthis are doing this just because. This is all contrived. This is calculated. This is strategic. This is done in planning coordination with Iran, who is doing this as a proxy of China. And so this is absolutely intentional what's going on. And we really need to up our game on this.
Well, thanks for helping us connect the dots here. The proxy that is the Houthis to Iran, and Iran serving as a proxy to China, tracing it all back. John Mills, retired colonel and senior fellow at the Center for Security Policy, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Happy New Year to you.